Okay, we are on to the profit and loss graphing. This is kind of a fun one for me. Um, so, as I've mentioned in previous sections, this is not the arbitrary truth in our system. This is the arbitration truth. This is just a model we throw numbers out to, and it does its approximation as best it can to what we do, and it's not perfect. If we used it as an arbitrary truth, it could get closer to this, but when you use it as a secondary step, it can't quite do some things internally that it would do if you gave it full control. But if we give it full control and we use it as the arbitrary truth, and we are trying to pull stuff from it, that becomes a worse scenario because then there are things we can't do, like handles, estimated spreads well, and a few other things it doesn't do. So we just use it as a display mechanism only, and we don't use it to track numbers for us. We just let it tell you what it wants to believe. So because of that, we actually have more than one way to display profit curves, profit and loss curves if you're losing money. So here's one. And just to show the difference, we can literally turn off the TradingView's trading tester. We don't need it. And so just to show that, I'm actually going to turn it off while I turn the other one on and give it a moment to pop up. And as you see, the report's been updated and you can see nothing. And here we're not seeing anything except the line is 0. And the reason being is what we want to see is at the end. And there it is. So if it goes underneath 0, you're going to see it as move that away from the center. If it goes under 0, we're going to see it as a red loss. And if it goes above 0, we're going to see it as green. You can see the shape of the curve. And sometimes I actually like this a little better than theirs, but you can't just click on there and go to the right place in the chart, which you can do in theirs because they obviously have full control over what they do, and what they give us as programmers within their system is not nearly as wide ranging as what they can do themselves. So it's still valuable to use their thing for various reasons. And so going back down to this, I'm now going to show you what the real time one. I'm not going to put the real time on. It's the same as this one because they clash a little sometimes. Visually clash. I mean, they don't hurt each other from the numbers point of view. It's just that seeing them both at the same time doesn't work very well. So this one is condensed. It's basically showing all the trades in a condensed form. In this case, in 200 pixels wide. I should show it in compressed form, but I'll show this one first. Here, what you're seeing is you're seeing the trade profit and loss in real time during the trades. Oh, we still have use the stretch in there. So between trades, this is going to be flat, and you can see that's kind of flat. Well, it is. It's absolutely flat in there. And then as soon as you're in a trade, it goes up and down a little bit as the trade is happening, and then it's always going up and down a little bit because it looks like this particular strategy is trading almost all the time. But basically, you're seeing the profit and loss as it is happening in real time, bar by bar. So it's pretty much what it says, real time. And before I bring that up, let me go back to the end here because I can't really do it easily otherwise. So I'm going to get this off of here, stretch this back out a bit, make it look a little normal. Come back here, go back to that section. Sorry for a little bit of moving around, and start getting into the visual stuff. You got to click on and off stuff a bit. Back down, there it is, graphing. So if I go back to the visualized one, just to show you the difference. Here it's fixed width. Compressed means it'll use the minimum number of pixels horizontally. Did I say vertically before? I meant horizontally. The only thing so basically what you're going to do is you're going to get one pixel across for each trade. It's 1 pixel per trade. That's the compressed version. Whereas a fixed width will just take however many trades you have and stretch it across a certain number of pixels, whatever you put in there. And those are your two options. You don't only have to show profit and loss. You can show the profit and loss of each individual trade instead of the cumulative profit and loss. It's just going to look considerably different, as you're about to see. I'm waiting for it to pop up. And sorry for the dead space. So now you can see how the trades look on an individual trade basis across zero, right? And that might show some revealing things that are very worthwhile, noting. And then what's the other one? Equity. Equity's probably similar to the profit and loss, but let's look at it. I can't actually remember the exact difference. I might put a little one of these things here just to show the difference. Because I don't actually remember what the difference is. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Equity is going to be pretty much identical to basic profit and loss, so fair enough. That's really it. You've got three different ways of displaying profit and loss. You got the default. We leave the TradingView strategy tester on because we can't have a place where you can just click on a trade. And what I mean by that, in case somebody here is not familiar with this, I should show that. Just wait for it to pop up. Let's suppose I want to go to this trade here. You see it says trade number 55. I can just click there and it'll take us straight to trade number 55. And in case you're unfamiliar, if you've got really long trades, like this looks like a long one right here, right? That's a long trade. So what number is that? That's number 56. So I don't know if I really want to find my way to 56 just to demonstrate this, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, assuming that this is saying the same. See, this says 62 in here. So 56 for them is going to be here. So you see, I've got a different number of trades than TradingView because sometimes it's going to skip some trades because it can't do everything my system can do, just so you know. So now if I click on here, it's showing me the entry of that trade. And if I click on here, it's showing me the exit of, well, obviously not that trade. You saw it move a little bit. Maybe it's this one. Let's try this. Entry, exit. There you go. So you can see exits all the way over there, entries all the way back there. And this is my trading number. So it's trading number 57 in my system. But for the TradingView strategy test, it's trading 51 because for whatever reasons, and this happens when you have a lot of trades that are back to back butting up against each other. TradingView doesn't like it very much the way we're using it. And in fact, you can see there's a little turtle there. That little turtle is telling you that on this trade, we had to enter it a little bit late because otherwise we would have had a problem of TradingView trying to do two things on one bar, and it doesn't like it when we do that. If we were using it as the arbiter of truth, it might be able to handle it, but using it as a visual output only, it definitely doesn't like it. And so we had to do a little bit of fudging to get it to work at all. So this is kind of one of our little compromises. So that's why it's better to use our numbers in a lot of ways, which you can't see right now because everything's covering them up. It's a little better. And I think that was about all. Let me just have a quick look at that section just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think we've got it all covered. Just scroll back down there, check it out. Nope, trade lines is next. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is, how do I put this? Okay, add details to exit. If we click this on, you're going to get more information down here, and that can be useful. Like, it was more useful for me than it might be for you, right? You might just not want to see extra stuff. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch more information. Now you got ... and you can see it's very long and horrible on the screen. This was more for debugging when I was getting it all going. You probably not going to care about all this. If you really want to see this stuff, use show on labels. And then you'll get these labels coming. I'll show you the labels. So I guess there was a couple of more things to show on here. So wait for the labels to come up and you can see details this way. So this is useful, I guess, if you're unsure of a trade, why it's doing something the way it's doing something. And as you can see, and I'll show you just how much detail there is. You can see there's quite a bit of detail there, and you can kind of troll. And you can see, you go over there, it's telling you what all abbreviations and everything are for. But yeah, you can kind of go dig down in the details on the trade if you really want to know what's going on, or you think there's something wrong or whatever. So this is left over from my getting it going time, which means development / debugging. But it's good to have there just in case you're not sure of something. Hey, you got the detail. To use an old Australian expression, up the razoo there, as much as you like, almost. This is just a cool little thing. It's just saying if TradingView is different to mine, and only then show this, which can cut down the visual noise a little bit. And I think that's about it. I think, yeah, now I think we're there. So thank you very much, and I hope this has been of use.